Hello, beautiful people. It is me, Abigail, and I am back. I'm back. I had to take a little time off to go visit family and friends, but we are back in full swing and ready to get recorded today. And so today, I'm just going to be talking about some of the things that I experienced during pregnancy and just how I felt, right? And in the moment and just now looking back, all of that. So let's just jump right in. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for tuning in. For those of you who have subscribed, who've clicked that notification button to wait for those upcoming videos, I'm excited and thank you. 1,000 thank yous. And so let's just jump right in it. Right. And so we're talking about pregnancy and just symptoms of pregnancy and just the things that you hear and experience. And it all can sound overwhelming. It all could sound like, man, what's going on, God? Like, what's really going on? And so for me, when we found out we were pregnant, it was excited, right? It was a good time, but it was also a time where I'm like, Lord, are we ready for this? Are you sure that this is the right time? And that's a part of that, the spoken word, that was released over us where we talked about last time, right? You might feel like it's the wrong time, but it's God's perfect timing, right? And so we always say all this to say we find out that we're pregnant, right? And my husband is excited, he's over the moon, and I'm just there thinking, running the numbers, thinking about all these things. And then we start to get excited, right? As the weeks go by, wow, we're really going to do this. We're going to have a baby. And all of a sudden I start spotting, right? That means that I'm leaking blood. And my first instinct is like, what's going on? Is the baby okay? Right? Because at this point, we're getting excited for what's to come, right? It's not like we were in regrets or anything, but we're getting excited. And I start spotting. And I'm like, God, what is going on? Why is this happening? And then we find out that, oh, it is normal to spot, not too much spotting because that's excessive, but it's okay. You experience this thing. So that's the first thing that came. And we were just like, Lord, what is going on? That's the first wave, right? So just if you're currently experiencing spotting at this moment, it will pass. Your baby is healthy. Your baby is strong. Trust the process. Trust that the Lord has your baby in the palm of his hands, right? And he's doing something beautiful in your life, right? And so then that passed and we're going about our business and I'm happy. We're living life. We go on our cruise. We come back. And then my doctor's like, you're getting a little big, you may want to cut back because you're about to take your test to see if you have gestational diabetes. And I'm like, what is that? I don't have that. And so we do the first test, disgusting thing, right? You do your research. Everybody's like, you don't have to drink the drink. You can try something else. I'm like, can I try something else? Can I try a fruit juice or something? And they're like, no, you have to drink the drink. So at this point, I'm already annoyed because my options got cut. I have to drink the nasty drink, right? Everybody's like, oh, it's delicious. It's nasty. I don't like it. And so we do that and we fail the test, right? The numbers are high. I forgot what the numbers are and what they're supposed to be. But the numbers are high. And so they're like, it's okay, you can do another test. But this one is the 3-hour test. It's like you drink the juice, you get your numbers ran for the first, and then they do it again, and then they do it again. And all of those numbers were high. And so I have to face now this reality of gestational diabetes, which is something that I have never dealt with. And in this moment, I'm overcome with shame because I'm like, how can this happen to me? Like, I eat healthy enough, right? I don't do all that excessive stuff. So how, Lord? And Lord, I thought you had me. Like, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to us? And so it was in that moment, I'm like, we decided like we're just going to keep this amongst ourselves and continue to pray and trust God for the health of our baby. Because, when it comes to gestational diabetes, they say that could be complications with the baby. The baby could be too big. It could be this, it could be that. But we already spoke over a child. We already declared that our baby is going to be healthy and strong, right? But you also, as a mother, and you're creating something beautiful inside, the enemy will come in and he'll come into your mind and he will lie and he'll tell you all these things, and he'll lie to you and let you feel like you're not a good mother. You're not doing the right thing. How can you take care of a baby when you can't even take care of yourself? But again, that's a lie and a trick of the enemy. And so we rebuke that, right? In the name of Jesus. And we speak life over our mind, life over our body, life over our unborn child, life over our family. And so just dealing with that. Oh, and I think I got ahead of myself too. So after the spotting, we had actually went to an appointment and they were like, well, there's something else here with your baby. And I'm like, something else? What do you mean there's something else? And they're like, well, it seems that you have a cyst, right? What is that? And they're like, it's just like a buildup of fluid in your body. It doesn't seem dangerous. It may dissolve or evaporate. And if it does, it may hurt a little bit. You might have to go to the emergency room. And I'm just like, Lord. And I'm like, Lord, I command this cyst to evaporate, to disappear, to do all this thing. And every appointment we go, they be like, oh yeah, we see it there. Oh no, it looks like it's growing with the baby. And that thing would not go, stuck there. And we just kept, Lord, in the name of Jesus, we command this cyst to go. We command this cyst to dissipate, to shrink, to dissolve, all of that. So we're dealing with that. The spotting ceased, thank God. Now we're dealing with the cyst. And then we're dealing with the cyst. And now we're dealing with the cyst and the gestational diabetes. And so for me as a mother, I'm in a place mentally, well, didn't feel like a mother, but I'm in a place mentally like, Lord, why is all this happening to me? Why am I going through all these things? Like, did I do something wrong? And this is where the enemy comes in, and it's like playing with your mind. Have you feeling like, did you sin? Did you do this thing wrong? What is it that you've done? And for me, I believe that I had to endure all these things so that I would no longer be silent, right? To be able to share what the Lord has done in my life and what he can do in people's life. Because I believe we all have a voice. We all have a story to tell. And if everything went smooth and complication free, I would just be like, oh, I have my baby and that's it. I don't have anything to share, right? I can't encourage anybody, which it doesn't mean because you had a perfect birth or experience or pregnancy experience that you won't have anything to share. But this put fire under me to come on here and encourage and speak life into a mom who might be going through all these complications during her pregnancy, and she may feel like, God, like what else is to come? Lord, are you even with me? Why am I experiencing all of this? But we experience these things so we can testify and encourage people. And this is why I am here. Yes, I may have had to deal with spotting, and that triggered something in me to just feel like, well, why can't my body do this thing right? Why can't I make a baby the right way? But in the midst of that lie, I kept going and I kept trusting God to take care of my baby, that my baby would be healthy, that my baby would be strong. And I wouldn't listen to the people that say, oh man, that's going to be a big baby, or all the things that were spoken and released. Because you know that when things get released, you have the ability to either grab a hold of it or reject it. So the things that I didn't want, I rejected that. And I held on to the things that I knew to be true and I wanted in my life and I wanted for my family. And so in the midst of the mental battle and just going back and forth and all of that, I still trusted God. I still believed God. I still held on to his word, to what was spoken, that it is the perfect timing, in spite of how I feel, in spite of the gestational diabetes, in spite of the cyst, in spite of my risk, right? And that's the next thing, right? It's called arthritis, like pregnancy arthritis. For some reason, all of a sudden, my wrist stopped working. I literally had no function with my dominant, I think it was my right hand. Yes, because originally I had gotten a cortisone shot in my left, but my dominant hand, I had zero function. Like my wrist hurt. And so I was enduring that pain, wearing a brace. Everything is just going on. I'm like, Lord, why am I experiencing all this? Why am I going through all this? But I now know it's so that I can share and encourage that yes, all these things may come, but you will be victorious. You will overcome. They are not going to take you out. They're not going to destroy you. They're just little stumbling blocks. And it's for us to keep our gaze and our eyes and our focus on God and trust Him with everything that is coming our way. Trust Him in what He's placed in our hands. And so my encouragement to you is, as a mom, if you're pregnant, no matter what you're going through, it might not be anything physical. It might just be a mental battle. It might just be your environment or your situation and you're wanting a change. Just continue to lean into God. Just continue to hold on to God. Just continue to give it to Him and He will carry you through. Because yes, for me, when I was experiencing all those, I just felt like, man, nobody understands. Nobody gets what I'm going through. Like, I'm carrying this baby. I'm in love with this baby, but I'm also battling mentally to be strong because all these things are coming up against me and I don't know why. I don't know why this is happening, why I'm going through this, but keep going, keep pressing. God has you in the palm of His hand. He has your baby in the palm of His hand, and you may not be a mother in this moment, and you're experiencing issues that is preventing you from being a mother. Keep giving it to God. Because God desires for us to be fruitful and multiply. So He will indeed bless your womb. He will indeed help you to produce and bear seed. And so with that, I just want to thank you again for tuning in and for taking the time to listen and share. And we have some amazing stories coming up. I'm looking to partner with different moms so you guys can hear a portion of their story, whether it's encouraging you in pregnancy, encouraging you in motherhood, just whatever stage that you may be at, that you may need encouragement in. We're looking to cover all those bases. And so again, I want to thank you. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday week ahead of you. And so be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, hit that notification button so you can see when these videos get posted and uploaded. I love you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. Bye.